Yeousch!
People always tell me stay in your lane, do your thing, but try to be different. I look at them and laugh like I ain't gon' change. I've been the same, plus I'm way too consistent.
What's up guys, it's X-Raids and welcome to a new episode of Under the Knife Dissection. Today we're going to be taking a look at the MSMC submachine gun. We're going to talk about some of the changes that happened when it was patched. We're going to talk about how good of a weapon it is, its raise time, and all the stats that you guys could ever want. Now, before I jump into today's episode, if you guys want to check out the last episode of Under the Knife Dissection, I actually covered the PDW, and if you guys want to learn a little bit about that one, since I will be comparing the two, you guys can check out the links down in the description. It'll take you right over to that one, so you guys can learn all about that PDW, and then maybe get a sense of how it compares to the MSMC before I do the official gun comparison between the two submachine guns. Anyways guys, now that we got that out of the way, let's jump straight into some of these stats and learn a little bit about the MSMC and how good of a weapon it is, or maybe how much of a nerfed weapon it is now. First of all, the MSMC is unlocked at level 28. It is one of the submachine guns that you get rather quickly, so you don't have to work as hard as you do to get that one, say as much as you got to work to get the Scorpion or any other SMG. So it's one that you get rather quickly, and before its patch it was actually one of the most useful submachine guns, so it really was one of those really good submachine guns that you would get rather early on. The MSMC is a fully automatic submachine gun, just like most SMGs really are. The only different one in this one being the Chicom, which is a burst style SMG, which is something we haven't seen before. But just so you know, it's a full auto MSMC. Just hold on the trigger, and if you want to, you can burst fire for more control when it comes to recoil. But you know, if you just want to do as much damage as possible, you just hold down on the trigger. It is full automatic. The MSMC has a magazine size of 30 rounds per magazine, and if you pop extended clips on this thing, it actually jumps up to 40. It's pretty average for SMGs. It is actually the SMG with the least amount of ammo starting off, which is a little bit strange, but I guess they wanted to balance out and making sure that it was a submachine gun that you didn't use too heavily, and I guess I applaud them for that, trying to make it more balanced. The MSMC does 40 damage up close and drops all the way down to 18. Again, all SMGs in Black Ops 2 have the same minimum damage, but it is actually the most damaging SMG in Black Ops 2, doing 40 damage up close. So it does insane damage. The MSMC shoots at 720 rounds per minute. It's one of the slowest firing SMGs, tied with the PDW in terms of how slow it shoots, but again, because it does so much damage, they had to kind of balance it out with it having a slower rate of fire. Moving on forward, the MSMC has a time to kill of 0.1835 to 0.4338. It's actually pretty funny, the same shot time to kill as the PDW, so I guess they kind of mirrored the two together. It's pretty decent. It has the same kind of really fast killing speed as you would see with the Chicom, so it's definitely a little bit faster than most of the SMGs. Definitely not the fastest though, the fastest one being the Scorpion. The PDW actually has a 3-shot kill range, which is something that not a lot of the other SMGs have. It has a 3-shot kill range of 44 feet or about 13 meters. So it does actually have a 3-shot kill range, which is something that you don't really see with SMGs in Black Ops 2, so that's always a nice thing. Because of the amount of damage that it does and the steep drop off, the MSMC is actually a 3 to 6 shot kill weapon, so I would just highly advise not to try to kill anyone who's at a distance. Just stick close, take them out, and you'll be destroying people rather quickly. The MSMC has a 1.1 headshot multiplier, so it does kind of help out a little bit, but I would say that if you really want to stay on target and you don't want to miss, I would not go for a headshot. If you want to, you can do it. You might be able to cut down that 6-shot kill range down to a 5. I would say only go for headshots if you're confident at getting someone at a distance. If not, I would just stick to not getting headshots, since there really is not much of a reward from doing it. The MSMC actually has medium hip spread now. It used to have very low, but due to the recent patch, it decided that they wanted to kind of nerf it a little bit, so now the MSMC has medium hip spray, which is kind of sad because the PDW was a really powerful SMG along with the PDW and most of the other SMGs, so it's kind of sad that they would change the hip spray, but I guess they decided to tweak it a little bit. Too many people were using it, I guess, so that's kind of sad. Moving forward from that, the MSMC has a movement speed of 100%. It's an SMG. Basically, this just means that you don't have to worry about being shown on screen when you're aiming down sight and you're walking around. Since the way that Ghost works, if you're not walking around in 100% speed, then you actually appear on the mini-map. If you guys want to learn more about that, you guys can check it out on my other dissections of the Ghost perk. The MSMC has a knife speed of 1.12, so it's actually pretty average for SMGs. It's a little bit faster than a little bit of the other ones, but again, there's not much of a difference. It'd be more like a 0.2 of a difference, so it's not really a lot. It's definitely faster than assault rifles and snipers and stuff like that, but nothing really impressive here. 1.12, you would expect that with an SMG. The MSMC has a ADS in and ADS out of 0.22 and 0.2, again average numbers for an SMG. The MSMC also has a raise time of 0.62 and a drop time of 0.32. So this is a little bit weird because it has a little bit of a slower raise time, but it has a faster drop time than some of the other SMGs. Not much of a difference, but it's really interesting to see that it actually takes longer to raise, but it's faster at dropping than some of the other weapons. So I guess again balancing. Moving on from there, the MSMC has a reload time of 2.07 seconds, and if you do a reload cancel, as in running forward while you're reloading or just kind of doing the YY cancel, it would drop down to 1.72 seconds. And if you go completely through all your ammo and you have to go through the full animation, the MSMC has a 2.45 reload time, and if you reload cancel, it's actually faster than if you were to reload cancel a regular reload, which is 1.7. It's actually pretty funny. Again, another one of those little quirky things about the MSMC. Apart from that, the MSMC has very clear iron sights. You're not going to have a hard time keeping track of where the enemy is. There are other weapons that kind of have, you know, really big obstructions and kind of make it so that you have to use the red dot sight. But the MSMC has really clear iron sights. You don't have to waste a point on getting a sight on this weapon. The MSMC also has moderate recoil. Now, it used to have very low recoil, but again, due to the recent patch, they decided that it had too much, or the recoil was too low, so they decided to increase the amount of recoil, so now it has moderate to moderately high recoil. So it's actually pretty sad to see that, but again, Treyarch trying to balance the game out. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode of Under the Knife Dissection. If you did, remember to slap a like on this video and a favorite as well if you want to help out the series. And also remember to suggest what weapon you guys want me to dissect next. You guys can leave it down in the comment section below. I might actually start doing score streaks and perks as well more. So if you guys want to see those, go ahead and leave them down in the description. I mean, down in the comment section below as well. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I'm X-Rays. I'm out. Peace.